I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers. Button Mappers, welcome to the Game Talk.
And the month of Mario. It's
Marchio.
Marchio.
Mario.
It's me,
So today
Marchio.
Okay, we should probably get the elephant in the room out. We have guests today. Who we got?
That's your cue, D.
D, you're on.
Oh yeah, it's me, DZ Dog. I do like videos about just like online internet stuff. Like think the Down the Rabbit Hole guy, but not as I guess in depth. Kind of just like these little small videos about just stuff on the internet I found interesting.
Very cool.
And it is interesting. I really like his content.
Yeah, I have to check some out. I did subscribe recently, but in the meantime, I'll have a link in the description below. So those of you listening, make sure to go check them out.
Awesome. Welcome to Game Talk, man. I'm excited to have you on Game Talk.
Yeah, I'm happy to be on here. You know, it's been a while since I've been on someone's podcast, so I'm kind of out of my element a bit.
You're good. You're good. You'll pick up the it's a very relaxed show. We're very joke centric.
You've come to the right place. Let's just say.
So, all right, man. We usually open Game Talk with questions. I think we only have one question from last episode.
Mm-hmm. We sure do, and it's quite a reliable question. Spencer, I'm surprised you didn't drop any questions.
Is this the one where I was getting attacked at the end there?
Yeah, it was that episode.
It was friendly
asked-
feud.
Yeah. I should have asked something. I apologize. I was caught up on something else.
We could also have DZD exclusives, but in the meantime, our one question does come from reliable friend, fan of the show, Terry309. Let's give it up for him.
Terry's the boy.
Holding it down, the one guy to ask a question. Not so much an essay this time, but still a quality comment regardless. What is the worst thing Sega has done, and why is it everything except letting AV make F-Zero GX?
Wow, that's a loaded question.
No, he said that was a joke. He said now for the real question. I just wanted to throw that in there. What is your favorite F-Zero pilot? We'll start Alex.
Ooh, that's a toughie. I like the skeleton guy. I forgot his name.
Oh, God. Phantom something? Phantom...
Yeah.
Is that the machine name, or is that his name?
No, the Phantom is the machine name. I forgot his name, but I usually use him.
Mm-hmm. Do you like him, or do you like the machine?
Yeah, I like both.
Okay. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's got this cool, like, Grim Reaper effect going.
Spencer, what's your favorite?
I might have to start a feud with our friend Terry because I am not an F-Zero fan. I think they're all a bunch of dirty hippies. So if I'm gonna play a racing game, if I'm gonna play a racing game on the Nintendo console, it's gonna be Mario Kart. I'm not.
Okay, here's your menu.
Second class citizen.
Just say Captain Falcon.
Yeah, that's a pretty good answer. That'll avoid the feud.
Well, maybe I want one.
Okay. Stop instigating now. Me, it depends if I'm going aesthetic or performance. Aesthetic wise, I'd probably pick Jodie Summers. Performance wise, I gotta go Drac.
Jodie Summers.
Spencer, you may have a new favorite.
DZ, who you got?
I guess mine would have to be, I think his name's Baba. He's like this black dude.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
kinda like, I guess, Usain Bolt of F-Zero, I guess. Even though I think his top speed isn't that high.
That's a good machine,
I kinda like him.
though.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a good machine. I just thought it was kind of funny that, you know, this black dude, he's like a racer, and he isn't like You know, like I don't know. I had this joke of him like not racing the machine. He's just like running at like, top speed.
Yeah. Usain Bolt, you know.
Yeah.
Can I change my answer?
I mean, it's our show.
Okay.
Yeah, it's your podcast, dude.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I want to make sure I was allowed. I want to change it to James McLeod.
Oh yeah, James.
Yeah, because he just dresses like Fox.
Yeah, he's just Fox, human Fox.
Yeah, it's gross.
Fox's dad, I guess, because he's James McLeod.
That's true. Yeah, he has the glasses and stuff, right?
Yep.
There you go.
I like Beast Man.
Can I change my answer as well?
No.
Okay.
What?
I'm changing it to Jody Summers.
Okay, so we got 2 for Jody.
Mad respect for Jody. She is a very fast racer and a quality human being.
I gotta hand it to the female who drives the Afro Thunder. Is that the name of it? Kate Allen.
Sounds familiar. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't played F-Zero in a long time.
Oh. Well, she's pretty cool too, you know. But anyways, that's all I got.
And sadly, that's all the questions we got this time. We've been packing more lately. We usually have 3 or 4 questions, but today we only had 1.
That's a good question though. Anything F-Zero, GX especially.
I do want to note that
If-
Terry's comment on the Pokemon map out was golden.
Except for the
What
part
was-
where he called me and Spencer scrubs.
Wait,
I would take
what?
everything. I would say everything except that. Except we're
Excuse me?
scrubs for skipping Seafoam Islands. But I'm still waiting for an essay on the Seafoam Islands, by the way, about why they are the best part of the Kanto region.
Did you read that comment,
Terry.
Spencer? He he
No.
made me red, and then he made you Gary in the story.
Yeah.
So like you were my rival, which is true to life.
Well, I do have fantastic hair, and I do usually wear a purple sweater, so I guess if the shoe fits. But Terry, you calling me a scrub because I didn't go to Seafoam Islands, that is balderdash. I went to Seafoam Islands plenty of times on my first playthrough. I was merely trying to get a quick run through so I could talk about it. So if you ever want to do a Pokemon battle, come on by, and I'll show you my Gyarados.
Some
Let
might
the feud
call
continue.
it Gary Dose.
Gary dose.
Oh.
Little dose of my Gary.
But hey man, it's Marchio. It's the month of Mario and March.
What an icon!
Oh yeah, Mario 10th or March 10th, not Mario 10th.
Yeah, March 10th. So to celebrate, we're doing a whole month of Mario, which is good. This is technically I think the first video going up that month. So we're doing all Mario games for this game talk, and you know we're courteous here, so I'm gonna let DZ go first. DZ, what you got?
Okay, so one of my favorite Mario games would have to be Paper Mario, and really the Thousand Year Door as well, because I don't know, it felt like it added a lot to the overall lore, I guess, to the Mario universe, because at the time, yeah, you had Mario RPG, but for the most part, like, you had the Goombas and Koopas, they were just, like, random enemies, but now, in Paper Mario, they have, like, towns and, like, neighborhoods, and they actually have characters, they're just not, you know, generic enemies to kill. And I always liked that as a kid, you know, seeing these just, like, these tiny little sprites just have this much personality. And the humor is still, like, really funny in those games. I'm more familiar with the Thousand Year Door. I actually beat that one. I've never actually beaten the original Paper Mario. I know this is kind of, I guess, sacrilege, because that's like a really good game. But it's one of those games I always rented but never finished for whatever reason. That being said, I really enjoy it, and yeah, if whoever's listening to this hasn't picked it up, you should definitely play it.
Awesome. Yeah, I do agree about like the whole thing with like the making like the enemies like their own characters and like having their little towns and stuff. Like it does help to like kind of expand the Mario universe. Like
I liked all the exploration in that game. in the specifically Thousand Year Door. I don't actually know much about the original Paper Mario, but Thousand Year Door had the maybe they do that in the Paper Mario as well, but the paper airplane, and then like the little slits in the wall, and you could like
Yeah, all the different forms. That was
Yeah.
exclusive to Thousand Year Door, but yeah, it's a really cool idea.
yeah.
One of my biggest hindrances to getting Paper Mario in the first place was way before it was like on the virtual console. The game was just expensive to get on the 64. Now I know it's kind of like a rarity to have a turn-based game on the Nintendo 64, but I guess my key question is it worth the going price?
If you can get it cheap, then yeah, it's worth it. But that's the problem with collecting nowadays. It's just that the prices are just really, really high. They just like got all these people scalping. It's really annoying.
What would you say is a fair price for the experience?
I would say $20-$30.
That's fair. I think.
So the Mario RPG series kind of went in two different directions. You on one side you had Nintendo's Paper Mario, and on the other side you had Alpha Dream. That's who did it. Alpha Dream's Mario and Luigi series. Have you played both, and which do you prefer? And then obviously they coincide with Paper Jam.
I've only played the first Mario and Luigi game for the Game Boy Advance. I really liked it a lot. I think I kind of prefer it a bit more to Paper Mario. I'm not really sure why, because they're kind of the same. I don't know, maybe it's the overall style. I kind of like it a bit more. And the fact that you can actually play as Luigi, because that's something I always wanted ever since, like, Paper Mario 1.
I've always enjoyed, especially from that first Mario and Luigi game. Well, first off, the comedy. You know, it's a really like banter-heavy game, but also just the whole interactivity with the combat. Like you have preemptive attacks, if I remember correctly, with the hammer or the jump, and then also during combat, like you would press a button to either avoid an attack or to deal critical damage. When I think I tried playing Paper Mario once, and I felt like that was missing. Like it was almost hard to go back to after Mario and Luigi. But maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Do you know how engaging is the combat in Paper Mario?
You can do preemptive attacks, but it just feels a bit more awkward because of just, I guess, the way the sprites are. They're like these are like 2D images, and it's kind of hard to like line up your attack when you're trying to jump on like an enemy or something like that.
I need to play more of the Mario and Luigi games.
They're great, and I play Paper Jam, and nobody talks about it, but it's a great game.
I've heard about that one. I haven't played it myself. I mostly heard that it wasn't as good as the other ones. I'm not sure why, because I've never played it, so I don't know.
Have you played any of the Paper Marios beyond Thousand Year Door?
I played a little bit of Super Paper Mario, but that one just feels so different from the other ones that I don't know if I would count it as a Paper Mario game, I guess.
Yeah, that one's weird. That's like a platformer.
Yeah.
I've heard Color Splash is kind of weird too.
Yeah, everyone hates that one.
And Sticker Star.
Sticker. Oh no,
Actually, I
Color
heard Sticker
Splash
Star
is
is
the one
pretty
everybody
good.
hates. Stickers.
Yeah, Sticker Star is the one people don't like.
Oh, okay.
I think Color Splash, no one played it because it was on the Wii U and the Switch was coming out in like a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonder how that one was. Like, I never heard anyone talk about it.
I'm surprised they haven't really like done a re-release yet. Or
They
something.
probably will.
I don't know. It's getting a bit late. What was the last Wii U re-release?
The one that came out.
Oh,
Tokyo
Mirage
Mirage
Sessions?
Sessions.
Yeah, that just came out.
Yeah.
Which I do plan on getting.
Yeah, me
Even though
too.
I played it on the Wii U, but I love
you
that
can-
game.
I haven't
Play
played
with
it
little
yet.
idols.
Yeah, I want to play with my little idols.
Okay.
Hopefully Jodie Summers makes an appearance.
That would be quite the crossover.
I can dress her up.
But, yeah, man, Paper Mario. It's
Yeah, and I'm not really a big RPG fan, and I really like that game.
How do you feel it holds up? Did you finish the Mario RPG? That's the Super Nintendo one, right?
Yes, I've played that one and finished
How do
it.
you feel, just in your time with Paper Mario, that it holds up next to that?
Um, I think it holds up pretty well, especially if you're like not big into RPGs. It's very simplistic, but still very complicated, even for like I guess veterans.
Okay. I know, like Mario RPG is like a classic. Like a lot of people, remember that one really fondly. So, I don't know. I'd just be curious to see like which one feels more like, I don't know the right word, but like which one has a stronger identity.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I'm no expert, but Mario RPG is kind of like the first RPG I've ever played, so I kind of have a bit of a soft spot for it.
I think Papal Mario,
Papal
Paper
Mario.
Papal Mario,
Mario the Pope.
He's
Paper
speaking,
Mario
he's speaking
skin.
another language.
Paper Mario, Paper Mario, just from like a like art style standpoint, is like it's really like one of the most striking Mario games.
Aside from Strikers.
Get out of here, Ted.
Which also had a paper aesthetic.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
But it was striking.
Like I remember being a kid and like renting that game and just being like, wow, Mario's flat. That's weird, like.
Yeah. It is very striking.
All right, man. I guess if you're done, do you have anything else to say about Mario? Pick Mario.
No. Aside from it's a pretty good game. Yeah, I'm done with my point.
Okay. I guess we'll move on to who wants to go next.
Spencer, you want to do the follow up?
That kind of transitions into it. Yeah, I'll go. So I played the Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo. I was a little kid when this came out, and I rented this on accident because I didn't know what an RPG was. I didn't know what that meant. And I was very shocked at what I played.
You're like, what's Mario Rubg?
What is that? But it left a lasting impression on me. I didn't beat it. I rented it from Blockbuster. You had it for like 3 days, so I never beat the game. But I decided when we started talking about playing Mario games, I would give this a shot and run through it. And it is a very unique experience. I'm a huge RPG guy, so I've played a lot of RPGs. Both Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger is my favorite. Well, actually, I think Dragon Quest 11 is now my favorite. But I played a lot of RPGs, and this one is a very simplified RPG, which I think obviously was intentional because a lot of the people like myself probably hadn't played them before. It is graphically not as quote-unquote striking, as somebody once mentioned, as Paper
Strikers.
Mario. But it's certainly, for the Super Nintendo, an interesting-looking game, and had to pull some strings to get it to look that way. It's also very uncomfortable in a lot of ways because it's an isometric 3D game that is turned. So when you actually hit, like a lot of things are actually diagonal in direction instead of left and right, where Mario people are used to. And it's actually really hard in a lot of ways to navigate in this game when you take into account that usually RPGs are up, down, left, right on a map type of movement, whereas this is very diagonal focused, like I mentioned. So sometimes it's a little bit unclear what they were going for, but to their credit, the graphics are very think somewhere between Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VII. They're somewhere in that pocket.
They're like pre-rendered, right?
Yeah, they have that look, yeah. Which looks pretty impressive on the Super Nintendo, but obviously also not without its jaggies, without its clear 16-bit limitations. I will say, as somebody who's played Paper Mario's and Super Mario or Mario and Luigi games later, I feel like it tried to introduce some of the writing techniques that they use later on those games, where there's like a sense of humor, like a witty, maybe sarcastic sense of humor in the dialogue. And that may have started with this game because it certainly takes some of that. It doesn't go overboard like Mario and Luigi does.
Mm-hmm.
Mario and Luigi, it's like every other line is a joke. With this game, it's not quite that, but it's still certainly every enemy has some kind of joke about them. Nobody's that serious. And it's your quest to restore the Star Road and for whatever reason, bring Bowser's Castle back because it gets taken over by Smithy.
Yeah, is he like a giant sword?
Oh, that's
something.
The one you're thinking about is probably Exos.
I don't know.
But
I've only played like an hour or so of this game before. I haven't actually played through it.
It's certainly memorable if you're thinking of Mario as a 2D side scroller, because you start seeing all these different characters in semi 3D and in a very different light, where they're actually speaking and everything, which is, especially for the time, very phenomenal. There's some cool Easter eggs in here, like Link is in there, Samus is in there. I think that I saw Star Fox ships in there, so that was pretty neat. So just little nods, which are really cool, and it's not that hard, so that's a plus. It's probably like around 15 to 20 hours to beat.
Okay.
Wow, that's pretty good for an RPG or a turn-based one, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
When was the first time you played it? When you were a kid?
Yeah, I think I was like 9.
And then was it your first turn-based RPG?
It was either this or Pokemon. I think actually this came first. Maybe I was even younger than 9. I'm not sure. But yeah, it was. I think I played this, and then I was like, I don't know if I like this. And then Pokemon came out, and I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I can get used to it.
Okay.
You're like, oh, Geodude.
Well, any game with Geodude, I'll play.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, having only played like a very small amount of this game, I have the victory jingle from this game like seared into my brain.
Can you re-impersonate it for us?
It's like da 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 da, right? Da 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 da. That one, yeah.
That last part you added was more of the battle music.
Oh, whatever. Well, that music's like seared into my brain forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and I've only replayed this game like once or twice, maybe. So that's means. I mean, that's gonna be something.
Yeah. Well, it's I appreciate it. I will say, from somebody who's played a lot of RPGs, it's definitely not one of my favorites. But I could see somebody who's not really an RPG guy finding something to like out of it from maybe the Mario references.
Okay.
And the Mario aesthetic.
I think there's something to be said about how profound it is that they made a turn-based RPG this early in the Mario life cycle.
This was actually the last. Square Enix had a list of a number of games they were going to make for Super Nintendo. This is the last of them, and then they parted ways pretty much for a long time.
Yeah, they were like, see ya, PlayStation.
Yeah, we're gonna go make some money now.
Final Fantasy VII happened.
Yeah, they didn't do anything on the 64, did they?
Nope.
Don't believe so.
Wow.
What a bunch of squeenies.
That's gonna be like a kick at the face to like Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, at least we got Cloud and Smash, so
Yeah,
I guess that's something.
cool and weird.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, that game sounds. I would like maybe one day to actually sit down and try to play through that game. I think the isometric nature of like the overworld stuff throws me off too much to really give it a chance.
It's odd.
Like I know there's like I remember like early on when I was playing it, there was a part where I had to like jump across these like little platforms and something, and I just could not do it. I just like I don't know, like my depth perception was just like I couldn't get it. It was not working.
The isometric nature makes platforming, the very few segments that are in this of platforming, it makes them unbearable. Like throw your controller across the room, unbearable.
Thank God for save states. Oh, please. I mean, I don't like super abuse it, but if there's something that's, like unexcusable in modern day, use it.
I did it for Super Metroid. Save stated.
Oh, you cheater.
What do you
That's a little, yeah.
Some of those bosses were a bitch to get to.
You should be ashamed, Spencer.
Apologize for nothing.
That's when you apologize too much.
But I will say the game offers a lot for pretty much anybody that wants to play, which makes it kind of remarkable in that anybody ages like 7 who just wants to understand the story of Mario, which is, of course, a young man trying to save a beautiful woman locked in a castle, which in and of itself is poetry and artwork.
Jody Summers.
All the way to a hardened RPG guy of my age who's seen the best and is ready to see the rest. Anybody can enjoy this game and find something out of it and understand life's lessons about friendship, which, if you want to look at Johnny, your pirate friend, friendship, love, remorse, sorrow, and eventually triumph in a way that only Mario can tell, and in a way that only Bowser can shoot fireballs at people, but also be your friend. And I think that carries on throughout the Mario universe and is still something that we're feeling today with their RPGs and with gaming in general. So,
Very poetic.
also, it's got a bitchin' soundtrack. You got to check it out.
It's F-Zero. Okay, Alex. It's me or you?
It's you.
It's me?
Yeah,
It's not me, it's you.
it's me.
Oh, but
Mario.
that's cliche, so I'll just go. Well, I had Wario's Woods.
Damn. How you gonna stack up the RPGs with Wario's Woods?
Wow,
Actually, that was like one of my first games I played.
Hey!
Not to interrupt, sorry.
look at that.
Yeah, so
There's the connection.
my dude.
We got a guest first time. First game ever. Wario's Woods, me, last game ever. Just the button mappers. We make it happen.
Last game you'll ever play.
What's going on? Is somebody dying?
no, I'm good. Let me just pour this Tabasco sauce. Wario's Woods. This is probably the closest I've come on this channel to talking about a game that is columns. So,
Oh no.
Wario's Woods is just like columns. Strikingly, so some might say. So the way it works is you play as Toad, the button mapper's favorite Mario character of choice, and Wario is out to destroy the forest, and you as Toad, I don't actually know, I'm just making shit up, but you as Toad have to match 3 in order to clear each stage. And while you do so, you have Birdo's support. So Birdo's on the side, like winking at you, like, "Yeah, Toad, you got this." And I know my description makes no sense right now, but what happens is it's like the column screen, except in the screen you play as Toad, and you pick up blocks and you like move them on top of one another, and you have to like match 3 either diagonally or going up or going sideways. And bombs will drop from this pigeon-looking thing on the top of the screen, and you have to clear the screen, and the sooner you do so, you collect coins. But the top of the ceiling will also push down every time Wario comes out. Interesting footnote about the game is that it was the last game or licensed game on the Nintendo Entertainment System, and then it also came out on the Super Nintendo, just looking a little better. I've been playing it on the Switch online service. There's a couple cool ways to play it, but what I think is really the coolest part about it is just that it's like, how like sometimes Tetris or columns, they might not feel very personable. You just got like blocks that you're matching. Well, you actually like see Toad in the screen, and you're like Wario come out, and he's got purple garb on, which is kind of interesting. It's not very Wario-like. It just gives it like a little bit more personal flair, kind of like a Pokemon Puzzle League or something along those lines.
Do you want to know the actual story? Because I have it pulled up here.
No, I was really
Wait,
content
there's
with.
an actual story for that game?
Yeah, I can either read the NES booklet or the SNES booklet. I have both of them here.
I want Spencer's poetic retake.
All right, here we go. This is the NES booklet. The peaceful woods were once a friendly home to sprites and gentle creatures. Since the invasion of Wario and his band of monsters, though, This quiet community has been turned upside down. Now it is Wario's woods, and peaceful creatures are not welcome. Toad, the Mushroom Kingdom hero, has made his way to Wario's woods in order to quiet the sinister loud. I don't know if that's right. And win the woods back from the for the sprites. The sprites can create bombs. It's Toad's job to take the bombs and line them up with the enemies in the woods so that the enemies go down in defeat. So he's bombing everybody.
Right. Forest
It's
fire.
like the SNES one is so similar to it.
Yeah.
There's like 100 rounds in this thing, and they're almost all identical. So like I'm at like 20 or so, and I mean I am interested in like still playing, but my thing about it is it does get a little bit rinse and repeat after a while. Like the challenge doesn't escalate so rapidly. I do like that there's several modes here. There's like a 2-player, etc. I'm not gonna play a 2-player, but it's for an early game. It has quite a few options.
Why is Toad the Mushroom Kingdom hero?
Why wouldn't he be? Toad
Mario's
is a
missing.
boy. Yeah, Mario's missing. It all adds up.
Peaceful creatures are not welcome. I like that.
Yeah, peaceful creatures not welcome.
And if these sprites are so peaceful, why do they have bombs?
That's a good question.
No, they can create bombs.
Thankfully, the
okay.
sprites are able to create bombs. Well, thank God.
Thank God. This story.
Our
makes
problems are saved.
sense. And Wario's band of monsters. He's a band of monsters.
Birdo.
Birdo is a monster.
We've never seen this ever again. Like, was it Mario Land 2? He like took over Mario's castle, which is a thing, and then after that, it was just like he just wants money. That's his whole story arc.
And he farts.
Yeah.
He wears yellow, so I don't know.
So this was like a match 3 game,
Yeah.
like
Columns.
before they were on everybody's phones.
Yeah, but you can the difference is you are Toad in the screen, and I like the like tricks that you could do. You could like float up the screen to try and catch a block. You can make the blocks fall down faster, kind of like in Tetris. You can actually kick blocks. So some might want to kick rocks, but
Not
as Toad, nah, this guy right here,
He's gonna kick box.
he's gonna kick blocks. If it were Pokemon, he would kick Brox.
Geodudes.
Yes,
No,
for lack of a better Brock. But I don't really have anything to say about it. I kind of copped out this one.
I'm sorry. Did you say you played on the NES or this? There, I know you said on the Switch, but did you?
The
did you
NES
play-
version on the
the NES
Switch
version?
online service? Yeah,
Do they have the Super Nintendo one?
I haven't checked. I don't think so. The Super
Wow,
Nintendo
there's-
selection is pretty limited.
There's like exclusive bosses for each version. That's something.
Which version do you pick?
Wait,
What was
This
the first
thing-
one that you played, DZD?
Okay.
You have fond memories?
Actually, I do. It was one of my favorite games. As like a really, really small kid. I was like 5 or something, and I just like played the hell out of it. I don't know why. It was just, I don't know. Maybe it was just the colors. It was the music.
Mm-hmm. It's really
It was
simple,
just
but
a fun game.
it's got a good like formula to it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I enjoy it as like a time passer. I don't know if it's like gonna stack up to some of your modern.
See what you did there?
Yeah, unintended, but I did.
pun
So-
intended.
Yeah, there you go. But when in doubt, call 'em.
Is this one of the few like Nintendo games to get both like 2 console release? Like that. Like I know some like Zelda games have done that too.
Twilight and Breath. But
Yeah.
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 Wario's Woods joins
It's
that
Wario's Woods,
pantheon.
right? It's right up there with the best,
Ooh, there was a Satellaview a Satellaview version.
Whoa.
What does that mean?
It's the Super Famicom like download like online thing.
Hmm.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, it's called Wario's Woods again.
Oh, again?
A third time? Come on.
Not again.
I don't want to do this again.
Twice is all right, but 3 times is pushing it.
This version lacks the edited graphics or whatever.
You know,
I
it'd
don't
be
know
cool
I don't know
if
the
they brought this
difference.
back as like a stage in like a game.
Like Smash Bros or something.
Yeah, or Mario Kart or whatever. Wario's Woods.
With sprites that are making bombs.
And Toad.
Toad should be a
Toad.
Smash Bros character.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be cool if it was like Mario Kart and they were like dropping bombs on the track.
Well, they're supposed to be peaceful.
But they're not allowed,
Oh,
I think. I don't know. Yeah.
there you go.
There's a character in this game called Harry H, and he's just a rabbit, in a like with a bow tie.
Oh, I mean,
Well, I'm looking at a
classic
picture.
one right there.
I'm looking at a picture that's pointing to Birdo, but on the SNES manual, it's saying it's either Wario or Catherine.
Catherine.
Oh yeah, Birdo was called Catherine.
That's Cath. Wait, what?
For a while.
That's
Did you know?
I didn't know that.
Did you know?
On the NES, before there was Birdo,
There's Catherine.
there was Catherine.
So wait, hold on. Was this an Atlas game?
Oh no.
They didn't want to attach their name to
The original
Birdo.
Catherine?
So, yeah. So
Oh lord.
it's Wario's Woods.
There's-
I guess that leaves you, Alex.
Oof, what do I got on the table? I'm bringing Mario Tennis Aces. I really wish I had waited because I bought Luigi's Mansion 3 the other day, but I'm not too far in, so I can't talk about that yet. So I'm talking about Mario Tennis Aces. Reluctantly.
Tell us about Mario Tennis Aces.
It's got a story mode.
Wow. Do tell. Do tell.
It's like an evil tennis racket like possesses Luigi. And
Are you
then
serious?
yeah, then like it possesses no. Yeah, and then it possesses Wario and Waluigi first, because it like opens with them finding it in some like tomb. Because it's a Camelot game, so it's gotta have Waluigi and Wario shenanigans. And then then they want to give it to Mario, but Luigi takes it by accident and it turns him into like the evil version of Luigi. So you play tennis across a map to get these 5 power stones, they call them, and which are like almost like the things from Marvel. What the hell are they called? Yes, and the racket's even golden. So I swear they just like watched a Marvel movie and they were like, "Oh shit, don't we have a tennis game coming out tomorrow?" Oh fuck, yeah we do. Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, I've got something, but I'm gonna wait till later to ask.
what?
this.
No, go ahead. I mean it's tennis, so I don't have like that much more to say. But go ahead.
Okay, how about I'll ask some other stuff first. Did you play the N64 Game Boy Color versions, or any of
No,
the older versions of
I
tennis?
just played the 64 version. That's the only one that I've experienced beyond this. I've
How
played
does it-
all the golf games, but I've only played the one tennis game.
How does it stack up? How does it columns up to?
I was really thrown off at first because like this game's got more in-depth mechanics than I had originally thought it would. Like I thought it was going to be like a fun tennis party game, but it's actually got like I had to play the tutorial to actually learn all the mechanics.
Really, it's like trying to be more of a
Yeah,
simulation.
and I know that it has a bit of like an online community too. But
How'd you
yeah,
stack up?
it's well, I didn't play online, but it's a little more in depth than I thought. Like each one of your 4 face buttons do a different type of shot, and then you also build up like a meter which you can use to do a zone shot, which is like really powerful, or you can block and like because like if you like don't block a zone shot, it'll like break your racket, and you can also get somebody out that way by breaking the rackets, and then also you can do like a special shot. It's really like it's deep for a tennis game. I was really surprised by that.
Wow.
And it's got
It's
a lot of
interesting because I would have presumed it was style over substance.
no, it's the opposite way around. There's actually more like I actually think like they do a lot with the game's mechanics itself, but they don't give you enough to do with them. Like the story mode's pretty short. It's like 3 hours maybe. And then beyond that, like you have online tournaments and like local play. That's it. Like they don't give you like any other modes to play through.
Don't they release characters like periodically? Like it's been a year's worth of characters.
They did. I think they're done now, but yeah, they've added like a ton of characters. Like if you want a Mario character, it's probably here.
What about non-Mario characters?
Diddy Kong's there.
Oh, Diddy Kong. He's my boy.
Is he racing?
Answer the question.
Answer the question. But yeah, they've added weird like Pauline's there. I guess from Odyssey, where it's popular. And they have like you can play as like a chain chomp and stuff. It's very strange, like how many Mario characters there are in this little tennis game.
Okay, I'm gonna say the comment that I was going to say
Go ahead.
because it totally derails the conversation.
Okay. Lord.
When I hear Camelot games, I remember Shining Force 2,
I think it's a Golden Sun.
and I remember Golden Sun. Like a
Are
couple
they-
like RPG classics. And then they're known for that, and then nowadays strictly Mario Golf and tennis games. And I guess
they
sports superstars.
yeah
What,
they
what
well,
happened
I think they
to
worked
that
on
company?
they worked on some of the Hot Shot stuff. I think. I'm not sure about that.
They did We Love Golf
Okay.
in 2007.
Maybe that's something else then.
And yeah, just Mario Golf and Mario Tennis almost exclusively.
Did you play any of the Game Boy Mario Golf or tennis games? I didn't play tennis, but I played golf. They had like RPG story
I've
modes.
heard really good things about the tennis one on the Game Boy Color.
Yeah, like they had like RPG modes in them.
Mm-hmm.
strange.
Yeah, it was like a whole adventure story mode esque thing. And I remember the golf one. It's like an
Yeah.
academy. The golf one's fantastic.
What
Yes.
happened to this company?
What?
Why can't they make Golden Suns?
Because Mario Golf's great.
And it's going to sell a lot more than their RPGs, sadly. But I agree with you, Spencer. I mean, it's kind of sad. But I would still buy it. You know, I'd still buy the Mario Golfs and the Mario Tennis.
mean,
I
they're
usually
making
do. I debated doing Mario Golf World Tour for the 3DS today.
I wouldn't mind playing it, but my God, like, I guess they're making a paycheck. Good for them.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I imagine is that it's like a safe bet.
Yeah, but like they're good at making those games though. It's not like it's a cash in.
But if they're not doing anything with those properties, the Golden Sun and the Shinings, well, actually, no. Didn't they do? Who did the recent Shining game?
That's like a Sega thing. I think those
Yeah.
guys are just a bunch of clowns.
Okay.
Just leave Sega alone.
Leave Sega alone. Which ones are good?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, those are fine, but they've been. What was the one like the Valkyrie Revolution, and then the I played like 5 minutes of that thing.
They did
That was-
Chronicles
That was
4,
not
right?
good. Yeah, they've done the Chronicles. I don't know what their responsibility is with it, but you know.
Yeah.
But I heard terrible things about the Shining one. I don't even know what it's called, Shining Feather or something. That one was on the DS. That was supposed to be pretty bad.
Shiny feather.
Shining Feather, Shining Resonance reframed it maybe, PS4. I don't know. I'm not trusting it. It's so far removed from strategy RPG.
Golden Sun's Nintendo though. I think that's more like Nintendo's thing.
yeah. Why don't they just keep making that? Like, they can keep making these tennis games, but make like a cool Golden Sun game.
Or hand it over to somebody who's going to do something with it.
Right. Exactly.
What? Nintendo do something with a franchise? You're nuts.
Put Mario in it. There you go. Might as well. I don't see a
Yeah,
problem.
Nintendo's notorious for just like having a catalog of like IPs they won't touch, you know.
Yeah.
Same thing with I guess the Advance Wars games. They haven't touched those in a while.
That's true.
Yeah, I miss those. There's supposedly some good successors on the Switch that I'd be interested in checking out.
Yeah. Of course, now with the popularity of Fire Emblem, we'll probably never see Advance Wars come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
I don't know. Would Advance Wars have any potential in the modern day?
Dude, you put
If
that
so,
online?
how?
You make that like an online game people can play?
Yeah.
You have to
Ooh,
speed
like
it
a
up.
PvP
You have to
or
speed it up,
something.
but still, they made that work. I knew
Yeah,
a
give
dude-
it like make it like a chess match where you have a minute per move or something.
Yeah. I had a friend who didn't play any video games, but had somehow found a way to get an emulator and a ROM of Advance Wars on his phone. And just that's all he did with gaming. And he did it all the time. I think there's a market for that game.
Interesting. They could just make Advance Wars Ziplash, and if we don't buy it, they won't make any more games.
Advance Wars Ziplash?
Because that's what they did with Chibi Robo, remember? They made that shitty
Oh, yeah.
Ziplash game. They were like, if you guys don't buy it, we're not making any more Chibi Robo games.
Oh no. I kind of like Chibi Robo. You know, if I only like played the first game.
Yeah, I played the first one. I haven't played any of the DS games.
I've never
But-
played a Chibi Robo.
Yeah, they just like made it into a shitty, like half-baked 2D platformer, and they were like, buy it or we won't do anymore. It was the same issue I had with Hey Pikmin, where they were like, it's a platformer now. And I'm like, no, stop.
Hey, Pikmin!
I'm like, I love Pikmin.
Wow! Oh my
I love
God.
Pikmin, but I've never asked for this.
Lies. It's all lies.
I like how I talked about tennis for all of like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and we just had this huge tangent.
Thanks, Spencer.
Camelot.
Wherever
Anyway,
we
should you
go.
buy Mario Tennis Aces on the Switch? No.
Really?
No.
I don't think it's got enough content, honestly. Like the story mode's fun, a little short, and then after that, and like unless you plan on playing online or something, like there's nothing there. I think they could have used a little more to it, like a little more incentive to keep playing.
Like a Banjo 3E.
It's really sound mechanically, but other than that, like Banjo 3.
Yeah, would you say that Mario Tennis Aces is like a Banjo 3E almost?
You would say that.
Hey, that's the internet.
That's Wikipedia, right? That ain't me.
Well, that was game talk. We got through that faster than I thought we were going to, for the games at least. Do you guys want to, since we got a DZ on, do you guys want to ask me questions?
Sure. It's DZD exclusives. Since it's the month of Mario, what would you say is your most impactful Mario game that you've played?
Would have to say either Mario World or Super Mario Brothers 3. And I think for Mario World, because that was like the first Mario game I actually finished, because I played a lot of Mario games. I played the original one, I played 2, I played 3, but I've never been able to beat any of those when I was younger. I would have to like pass the controller over to my brother. But Mario World was like the first one I beat by myself, and I felt like that was just like a really, really big achievement, I guess, as a kid.
That's a good answer.
What do you think your favorite Mario game is, if that isn't World? Otherwise,
I would have to say, oh boy, I guess Thousand Year Door.
that's a solid pick.
Yeah, because it did everything that was right about Paper Mario, and it just like improved upon it exponentially. And in my opinion, that's how you make a sequel. You take everything good about it and then just like add on to it. And yeah, that's it.
What do you got in the works?
For new videos, I don't know. I kind of had like these like random ideas of talking about like people on the internet who get like made fun of, like lolcows, and kind of talking about, I guess, their redemption in a way. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to frame the video, but I don't know. I came up with this title called punching bags, I guess. And I don't know, maybe I'll do something with that. I have a script written out, It's not really finished quite yet, but who knows? Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be bad. It's whatever.
You should do one about Alex. I think we're still waiting for his redemption story.
Oh, ouch!
Oh,
I haven't even done. I haven't even done anything in like the past year.
nah, Alex, he's a good guy. He's cool.
DZ, I want to ask you a question that I haven't got a chance to talk to you about yet.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you feel about that No More Heroes 3 coming?
Oh, ooh, yeah, I'm excited for that. I cannot wait. Hopefully, it doesn't come out like around the same time that Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal are coming out, like around March. Because I have a feeling it's going to be like overshadowed.
Yeah, I don't think they have
by
a date
those
on it
games.
yet.
Yeah, so hopefully it comes out either before that or after that. Because I think the first No More Heroes, it like came out around the same time Brawl did. I think maybe I'm mistaken. So that's kind of what kind of killed a lot of the I guess the hype around it. And yeah, I hate when games like get released around the same time like that. But I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I am so excited for this game. That's probably my like game, like the game I'm like most excited for this year is that. And like last year it was Travis Strikes Again. So
yeah, I enjoyed that one a lot.
So I knew you were a fan, so I wanted to get your opinion on that.
Yeah, I really like the games. They're not for everyone. They the plots are nonsensical. The gameplay loop can be a bit boring at times, but it has a charm to it that a lot of modern games don't have. I can't really describe it. That would be like a whole entire podcast in itself.
Travis or Smash?
Definitely, yes. Travis for Smash. No me brawler or no me swordsman. I want an actual character.
Yeah, I want actual Travis.
For Travis. Yeah.
I want his Smash move to be his was it Glastonbury, the big
Yeah,
like
big
mech,
robot.
yeah. So, all right, man, that's awesome. Anything else, you guys? You guys want to?
No, it's been a pleasure having you. Thanks for joining us.
Yep.
Yeah, it was awesome being on here. You guys are cool. Hopefully, I can be on again. You know, if you ever need another guest or not, you know,
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'm always available.
We'd love to have you.
What do you I'm trying to figure out how to put this. What do you think of the Button Mapper podcast?
I like it so far. You know, it's just a couple of guys talking about video games. You guys have a lot of chemistry. You know, you seem like just a couple of dudes in a room talking about games, and I kind of like that. It's very natural.
Thanks,
It
man.
doesn't feel as
Aw.
yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, no problem.
Spencer's here now too, so we gotta. He's part of the team now too.
Yeah, but you guys are cool.
You're cool.
Thanks. I hope I didn't come off as too amateur.
No way, man. You
No,
fit right
dude,
in.
we literally make jokes about Clu Clu Land every week.
I think we avoided that this time. I don't...
Oh yeah, what are your thoughts on Clu Clu Land, DZ?
Oh, that game. I actually played it on you know how Animal Crossing has those like
Oh my god.
NES games?
Me too.
That's how I found out about it.
You're just supposed to say that you hate it.
Yes, it sucks. 0 out of 10. Too much water. It's garbage.
The worst. I'm glad we can all agree.
Yeah.
If there's two things we hate in this channel, it's Clu Clu Land and columns.
But Wario's Woods is alright.
Yeah, Warriors Woods.
Yeah. It has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
Toad.
Birdo.
The Mushroom
Catherine.
the hero of the Mushroom
Yeah.
Kingdom.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Spencer, you want to sing us out?
Okay, if I have to. This has been the Button Mappers Podcast. If you ever want to come, we'll make you Outlast. That didn't make any sense. I was trying to think of something wrong.
No, keep going. Come on.
Do you need
Never
a beat?
listen to anything else.
Oh yeah. D, give him a beat.
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast. We're here. Gonna have another case of beer. Gonna listen to some really good music. Gonna sign something else. Tick. Gonna listen to some really good games with 60 frames. Boom.
Oh,
It's been a long day. It's been a really long day. So we were been rapping a lot today.
yeah. We've recorded like 3 other podcasts today. So. Okay, man. Thanks for coming on the show, D. Thanks for coming on the show, Spencer and Teddy.
Later, guys.
Wait, before you go, just a suggestion. Drop a question. That's how Game Talk
Oh
runs.
yeah, we need questions because we got 1 this time, and I'm really disappointed because we had been getting at least 3 or 4.
And I would have asked in the last one as well, but I was disrespected.
Disrespected. All right.
Hey, y'all. Happy Game Talk.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.